Bill Cosby's 125-year-old ass in jail. What the fuck we about to do about R. Kelly? So if you haven't known, BBC Three has released a documentary about R. Kelly, or the Pied Piper, or however y'all want to call him, okay? And I don't want to come off too strong or too OD, but this is something that really affected me. You guys have to check out this documentary. It was released in the UK. I'm gonna leave the link somewhere down below. Please watch this video. Watch this documentary. It's about 30 minutes. It's a cute bop. Like, I like documentaries, but I especially like musical documentaries because I'm a music fiend. And R. Kelly, he is known and loved and adored in the Black community and all communities because he's a musical genius. But that man, he's a pedophile. He's just a pedophile. That's just what he is. So first, let me get into saying how with this whole Me Too movement and everything about the sexual harassment, like, I'm so offended that they're gonna go after Bill Cosby. Not to say which crime is worse, but Bill Cosby wasn't going after no teenage girls. R. Kelly is blatantly put it in our face, said it for years that he liked younger women. But I think that after this documentary, and I'm so confused as to why it's not gaining a lot of speed here in the States, maybe because it was released in the UK. However, R. Kelly has been pulling the wool over our eyes for years with good music, okay? So it's like, oh, well, he released good music, so let me not even think about his sexual proclivities. This documentary is not just something that was just like, oh, a whole bunch of people from his past. These are people who were working with him. They interviewed background dancers. They interviewed musical composers of his. These are people who were really, okay, so either you're gonna be down or you're gonna be up. Hey, what you doing? Down or up? You ain't gonna be running in and out my house, okay? You're gonna have to choose. I'm so Black. The guy is pretty much interviewing people who worked with R. Kelly, and they were all saying like, yeah, after the shows, you know, he would ask us to go pick out girls and stuff like this, and they were all 15 or 16 or, you know, sometimes 17. And what I'll say to people who are in R. Kelly's camp, when he goes down, the people who are still working in his camp should go down with him, because I really do believe that man has a sex cult. And when people think of cult, they think of Jim Jones, or they think of David Berg and things like that. But what's the difference? All it is a mind control. It's a mental thing. And he is purposely preying on women who are impoverished, women who don't really have leadership, women who can't provide themselves with, you know, a substantial life. So that here you go with this man with all these gifts and this and fame and clout. So of course I'm 18, 19, hell 16, 17, and this big grown man who I've been singing to and dancing to and jamming with for all of my childhood and into my adulthood. See, he about to get on my nerve. And who my mom and dad, I heard, listen up, I grew up to his music, is expressing some sexual interest in me in return of financial gain, or in return to live in a house that I can't even imagine me ever being able to involved, or for me to have some sort of Instagram clout. Remember that his 22-year-old girlfriend, I'm gonna leave her picture somewhere on the screen. It is so obvious. What 51-year-old man is outright openly dating a 22-year-old girl, and nobody's saying anything? When are we going to really realize and address the issues of pedophilia in the Black community, one, as a whole, and then two, this man is on a super major platform? I find R. Kelly no different than a Jim Jones, a person of power with money and supporters. So a person who is a little girl from a small town, she's not going to be inclined to say anything because she's going up against the great giant. And then the fact that he calls himself the Pied Piper. So I'm gonna break it down to you real simply, real quickly. Pied Piper is, I think, is like a German folklore story, sort of like they had like a whole, he was like an influencer of sorts, like a mind control, just real cult vibe. Town had brought him in to kind of lure these cats away from their town because it was doing something to their crops or whatever the case. So he came in, the Pied Piper came in, they were supposed to pay him, came in, lured the cats away from the town. But the German people never paid him. So he ended up going back to the same town where he was wronged and lured they fucking children away. So out of all of this information, all this going on, you still going by the Pied Piper? Really, dude? Like, what? How more blatant can it be? We already saw you on tape. We can go by your lyrics. We can go by the names that you call yourself, the things that you, the names that you call yourself, the things that you speak over yourself in your life. When I say, you know, we always feel like, oh, well, you know, damn, I don't see nothing wrong with Lil Bump Grind. Everybody loves these songs, you know what I mean? You know, I can't see nothing wrong with a little bump. I mean, see, like, I'm about to get turned up now. We love R.Kelly, but the man is a pedophile. One thing I know about pedophilia is it's sickness. You have to start with realizing what's what and identifying it. And you have all these people covering up. You have all this money, people covering you up and just undergirding your sickness. Your sickness, because that's what it is. It's a sickness and it's evil. Asking you, if you're watching this video, to click the link in the description and watch this documentary. You know, chill out, get your little glass of vino. You know what I mean? Chill, but listen to it. It's a quick thing, but you're gonna be into it because the people who were surrounding him, even with the interview, how could I forget? Even with the interview on BET.
Like teenage girls.
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Bitch, what? Teenagers, girls that are teenagers, period. He was maybe 45 at the time. He's talking about something, he got a 19-year-old friend. What can a 19-year-old friend do for you as a man of your stature and in your position? Even with him marrying Aaliyah, you know, all the signs are there. And not to say I do not want to drag down anybody wrongly, okay? Especially not our black men. But his ass, him specifically, you, R.Kelly, you wrong. And anybody else who's around him supporting him, you're wrong. And I want you guys to really think about this for a second. If you are a father, if you are a mother, whether your kids are young, 10, 15, 3 months, would you leave your daughter unattended with R. Kelly? I'll wait.